Ich habe immer Angst, wenn Leila spricht, dass sie gleich einschläft. Ja, das ist im Prinzip ja ihr Charakter. Wir gehen spazieren, indem wir jetzt da einfach wie wild entlang rennen. Chicken Wing! Oh, drüber geschossen, shit.
Take it easy.
Wow. I never knew there was such a large lake here. It's so beautiful. The feeling of cool lake water can wash away all your troubles. Can you wait for a minute? I'd like to wash my face. I think it'd be refreshing.
Vielleicht sollten wir einfach direkt reinspringen.
A swim?
Nein, absaufen.
I can't remember the last time I went swimming. I might not even know how to anymore.
Du hast doch dein Muskelgedächtnis.
Okay. I'll try to swim over there.
Lass uns um die Wette schwimmen, wer als erstes am Ziel ist.
Wait, no. I'll definitely lose. No, forget about winning or losing, Layla. It'll be fun either way. Wait, we're starting already?
Scheiße! Was? Wohin? Was? Da lang. Es kommt davon, wenn man trinkt dabei. Kann ich hier wechseln? Alter, ich sauf gleich ab.
As expected, I lost. How would I be able to beat an adventure at something like this?
Ich denke, du warst sehr gut. Ich bin überrascht, dass du nicht weit zurückgefallen bist.
Really? Among my childhood friends, I was considered one of the more athletic ones. But that's just like how I used to think that I had a gift for learning. After coming to Sumeru City, I realized that I only thought that because my hometown is such a small place. On top of that, I'm getting weaker and weaker because I'm barely able to sleep nowadays. There's no way I can bring myself to brag about anything now.
Du bist wirklich zu bescheiden.
Please, you're always encouraging me. I'm starting to feel embarrassed. But swimming again really feels great. Every muscle in my body was engaged. I probably wouldn't have to worry about my thesis if I turned into a fish, don't you think? I'm just kidding, of course. I'm sure fish have worries of their own. I'm quite content with how things are right now. Let's keep going, shall we?
Wohin? Ah, dahin. Ah, ein bisschen springen.
There's a mushroom here. You want to jump on it to see what's up there? I haven't done this in a while. I kinda want to give it a try.
Dip, 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 dip. Mach dich zum Gipfel auf. Welchen Gipfel? Ach, den da oben. Vanarana. Warum sollte ich hier springen? Warte mal, sind wir nicht... Ah, shit, wir sind im Dorf vor den scheiß Spackos, ey. Diese verdammten kleinen Grünlinge. Diese Salatköpfe.
I've walked pretty far now, but I barely felt the time passing by. I've been staring at books in my thesis every day. I've forgotten how nice and happy life actually can be.
Deshalb ist das Studium nicht alles, was es im Leben gibt.
You're right. No matter how much of a hard time I'm having in academics, I should still find the time to look after myself and fulfill my needs. You really understand more about life than I do.
Willst du diese Chance nutzen, um dich auszutoben?
Release my stress? Oh, I see what you mean. Being at the top of a mountain really does make someone want to yell out loud. But it's a little uncivilized, isn't it?
Keine Sorge, jetzt da wir hier sind, sollten wir uns auch amüsieren.
Alright, I'll give it a try. Just promise not to laugh, okay?
Schreit sie wirklich? Oh.
What an amazing day!
Ah, schön.
It feels like my entire body is bubbling with excitement after yelling like that.
Das war unbeeindruckt leise. Ja gut, das haben wir ja auch erwartet, dass sie nicht ganz so laut ist.
This happiness was so common as a child, but before I knew it, this feeling was buried in the bottom of my heart. It's getting late. Why don't we rest here for a while? I'll tell you some interesting astrology stuff when the stars come out. Oh, but it's alright if you don't want to listen to that kind of stuff. We can also tell jokes about life, or talk about anything you're interested in.
Du kannst über alles mit mir reden.
Okay, then I'll tell you more about me. The only reason I ever chose to study astrology is because of how beautiful the stars are at night. That's all. My teacher told me that nature possesses a certain power that grants people an equal amount of kindness and fairness, regardless of the different talents they may possess. And that's why I wanted to call the kind person who's always helping me as the blessing from the stars. The stars in the sky are something that brings happiness to people.
Das stimmt, außer ein Meteor schlägt irgendwo auf, dann ist vorbei.
Everything about home is filled with purity and passion. My memories of that place are wonderful. I never want to forget them. If I were to ever discard anything so pure, I don't think I'd ever be able to find a place to anchor myself in the vast sea of knowledge. That's why, no matter how tiring or how hard it gets, I won't let my family down. They are already an important part of me.
Das ist ein weiterer wichtiger Grund, sich nicht unter Druck, im Druck zu verlieren.
Yeah, thank goodness you were there to help me out, or I don't know where I would have ended up. We probably still have a while until the stars come out. Only kids sit around like this, waiting for the stars to appear.
Ein Moment des Schlummerns. Ist sie erschöpft oder endlich entspannt? So ein kostbarer Moment, lass ihn noch ein bisschen dauern. Okay, das ist bisher mein Favoritenbild vor dem ganzen Haufen. Achso, ja, und tschüss Silvia übrigens. Nochmal. Oder das heißt nochmal. Mit meinem Grüßen. Winken in die Kamera. Oh, was ist denn das? Diese Genshin-Sachen, die man da essen kann, ey, die sind schon immer sehr geil. Das Schlimme an der ganzen Sache, jetzt kann es nur noch schlechter werden. Hey, warte mal. Ich habe doch noch 2, oder? Ah ja, stimmt, wir haben ja noch einen. Daher. Gibt's da nicht auf YouTube auch jemanden, der wo Genshin Sachen nachkocht? Ich glaube schon, ne? Ja, den gibt es. Ja, es gibt's zu allem. Irgendwer macht das immer. Egal, ob es. Ich meine, es gibt ja sogar zu so Spielen wie Skyrim oder solche Sachen gibt's ja so. Gibt's ja so Sachen. Müsste man dann fast mal reinschauen. Oh nein!
Let's sit down here and
Wir müssen jetzt mit der Bitch
hey,
wieder.
Layla.
Ah ja, hey, du mir so.
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi.
Oh, ich dachte, du bist ein Miststück, das hier auftaucht und uns jetzt blöd anlabern will. Oh, hab ich nicht durchschaut. Entschuldigung für die Ausdrucksweise, aber ist so. Ich meine, wir wissen ja, was passiert. Ja, ja, bla bla bla, halt's Maul.
You say that yet you're always going.
Well,
Ich weiß nicht, wenn ich reden höre, dann höre ich, denke ich mir bloß, Halsfrau, halt's Maul. Was willst du nun eigentlich hier?
For starters, she doesn't even try to participate with the group at all. It's one thing that every time
Das
we
kennen wir schon, okay, das ist nichts Besonderes.
I know.
Du musst lernen, den Entscheidung anderer zu akzeptieren.
Whatever. There's no point in starting an argument here.
Nein. Nein. Oh, wo ist das Schwert hin? Ups.
If you think she can just
I really want to help the help.
Segen,
Yeah,
der Sterne. Ist die alle jetzt weg schon, ne? Ja, glaubst du, dass der Segen der Sterne irgendeine externe Kraft ist, die nicht deiner Kontrolle unterliegt?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Seems you know just as well as I do. The thing is, I'm terrible under pressure. That's just my nature. Even the thought of everyone's expectations back home is enough to make me feel nervous. And the more nervous I get, the worse things become around me. Take what Munira just said, for example. I don't think I'll be able to get it out of my mind for the entire day. That means I won't be able to relax at all today.
Das heißt aber dann, wenn ich es jetzt umlege, kannst du dich relaxen, oder? Ich veranstalte mal schnell ein Blutbad da drüben. Bis gleich. Oh. Einfach direkte Konfrontation suchen.
Face it head on? What should I do? Do you really think I can?
Ganz einfach, teile die unerledigten Teile deiner Abhandlung in konkrete Aufgaben auf und erledige sie einen nach der anderen.
Oh, okay. I've got a pen and paper with me. Let me go through them real quick. The theory sections are pretty much finished. I'll be able to finish organizing the rest on my own. As of now, I'm missing crucial observation data. I need the results of an observation to validate the conclusion of my thesis. And then there's the preparation for my thesis defense. I'll need to mentally prepare.
Das klingt nicht so schwierig, ich werde dir helfen.
What? You want to help me with my thesis?
Ja, alles für die Primos.
Thank you.
Nix Schmarre.
Thank you so much. I don't even know how to show you my gratitude.
Mach dir darüber keine Gedanken, immerhin habe ich dir ja schon bis zu diesem Punkt geholfen.
You're so kind. I had no idea I'd meet someone so nice in Sumeru City. Okay, I'll do my best. It's the least I can do, considering everything you've already done for me. First on the list is the experiment to get observational data. I actually had it all planned out several days ago and even borrowed a celestial globe from a Mahamada. However, the weather was rainy every single day after I borrowed it, and I was unable to compare the night sky against the celestial globe. There were a lot of people waiting to borrow the celestial globe, and I wasn't able to extend my time slot. So I returned it and haven't been able to borrow it again since. That's why I still haven't performed the necessary observations yet. I don't know what to do.
Dir fehlt also die Ausrüstung.
That's right. The celestial globe is a high-precision device used specifically for researching the stars. Submitting an application to borrow one from the academia is pretty much the only way for me to get my hands on one.
Dann bleibt uns nur übrig, bei der Abenteuergilde nachzufragen.
Huh? Why the Adventurers Guild?
Catherine hat stets einige überraschende Kontakte parat.
Oh, I see. The Adventurers Guild is open to everyone's commission, so she might have some ideas. Okay, let's go and try our luck.
Da lang. Aber ich dachte, wir konfrontieren die anderen Bitch jetzt einfach und hauen ihr aufs Dach oder so. So einen fetten Genickzwirbler einfach. Nein, das ist ja hier. Ich bin über die Abenteuergilde geklatscht. Entschuldigung.
Ad Astra Episosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Ja, irgendwas
How
mit
can I
Soße.
help you today?
I'd like to... I have a commission... it's kinda strange. How should I put this?
Kurz gesagt, wir wollen uns eine hochpräzise Planetmaschine ausleihen.
Right. Equipment at the academia is in very high demand, and we aren't able to borrow one now. We were hoping someone else might have something similar that we could use.
I don't know anything about astrology, so I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the device you are looking for. However, one of our requesters happens to be an astrology enthusiast. I hear that he's a collector of all sorts of specialized astrology equipment. After the Adventurers Guild helped him out, he indicated that he'd be happy to return the favor if the adventurers ever need it. Perhaps we could arrange a meeting between you two. That should help solve your problem.
Really?
Vielen Dank.
You're welcome. It's my job to provide adventurers with the necessary support. The man's name is Azam. Here is his address. You can go ahead and pay him a visit.
Hey, das wird doch Shazam geschrieben, nicht Assam. Guten Abend, Bassi. Props an den Voice Actor, das ist zu sprechen, wie sie schaut. Ja, das machen die Voice Actors eigentlich relativ gut. Ich könnte jetzt bei Genshin, glaube ich, kaum einen Charakter sagen. Eigentlich gar keinen, wenn ich ehrlich bin, wo die Stimme nicht dazu passt. Egal, ob es jetzt Englisch oder Japanisch ist, wobei ich Japanisch eh nicht weiß. Hey, Shazam.
Hello, are you Azam?
Nein, der hat den Namen oben drüber stehen, weil er anders heißt.
Yes, I am. How may I help you?
Du erklärst Sam die Situation.
Ah, I see. Well, if it's a request from an adventurer, then I'll be happy to help you. I just so happen to have the device that you're looking for. Let me fetch it and show you, just to be sure.
Yes, this is it. Thank you so much.
Alter, was ist das? Das ist so ein Planetar, was der Geil, was wie das Ding heißt hat? Das schaut... Keine Ahnung. An was erinnert mich das?
Sorry.
Warte mal, das hat er alleine
I didn't
hergeschleppt?
mean to interrupt you. I just got a little excited. Please go ahead.
To be honest, judging by what stands before me, I find it very hard to believe that you're an astute Ratawahist student.
Well...
Astrology is a hobby of mine, and these devices have cost me both time and mora to collect. I cherish them as if they were members of my own family. Which is why I don't let just anyone borrow them on a whim. These devices are delicate and can easily be damaged if used inappropriately.
Oh, that's completely understandable. What can I do to better gain your trust?
Ich bin immer noch für hauen, nachdem er die anderen nicht hauen durfte.
How about this? I don't need a deposit or anything, but I'd like you to share the contents of your research with me. If your explanation proves satisfactory, then I'll lend you the device.
Share the contents of my research? and answer questions.
Wenn du die Fragen nicht beantworten kannst, wirst du sein Vertrauen wohl nicht gewinnen können. Kein Grund, nervös zu werden. Du musst einfach nur ein wenig von deinem erlernten Wissen teilen.
Alright, I'll try. But I can't disclose the actual details to you. How about a general overview of the research? Would that suffice?
Yes, that would be fine.
You're probably aware that astrologists rely on the movements of celestial bodies to calculate the past and the future, as well as attempt to summarize the correlating principles, correct?
Mm-hmm, of course. This is the basic principle of astrology.
My current research is about a certain phenomenon called astral shift.
Interesting. That's not a topic any ordinary person would be familiar with. I have a basic understanding of the concept, but I'd like to hear you explain it.
Okay. Well, in short, it means that the results derived from astrology are prone to change. As time continues to flow, the stars change and everything else becomes affected by this change. However, what's actually driving the change is what's worth investigating.
I think that it might just be another law of nature.
If the changes follow a certain pattern or routine, then it could be explained as some law. But the changes are manifold, even when considering just a single star. The changes could be resulting from a simple single orbit shift, or it could be a more complex double orbit, or even a triple or quadruple orbit shift. These phenomena have a dramatic effect on astrological conclusions. What I'm working on now is the research and prediction of the triple orbit shift phenomenon.
Triple orbit? By yourself?
Yes. That's right.
You do know that adding an extra star to the equation increases the computational workload by more than 10-fold, right?
It does get a little complicated, but it's still manageable with the use of a few self-invented techniques and a large number of star logs and star charts. Which leads us to why I'm in need of a high-precision celestial globe.
Amazing. I suppose I should never have judged a book by its cover. I thought you were just trying to half-heartedly deal with some school assignment.
Do I really look like that sort of person?
Don't worry. I'm just joking. I was a little cautious at first, but now I trust you completely. It would make me extremely happy if my collection could assist a researcher in achieving tangible results. Just make sure you return it to me once you're done.
Oh, thank you so much. I really needed this. Good thing Azam was willing to hear me out.
Auch wenn ich nicht allzu viel davon verstanden habe, hast du das wirklich gut erklärt.
Really? I was just explaining what it is I'm trying to do.
Du wirkst ganz wie eine ausgezeichnete Gelehrte.
Really? I don't know if you really mean it, but I'm happy to hear that.
Warum ist dann so herzlich weggegangen?
I guess even the hardest problems can be solved as long as I'm willing to try.
Weißt du, vorhin ein kleines Kompliment, Herz weg. Jetzt ein großes Kompliment. Ja, passt schon.
Recording and comparing data will be much easier now that we have this device. I can do it all on my own, too. Let's continue with the plan. Can you help me with the rehearsal of my thesis defense? We can do that at the house of Dina.
House of Deiner. Das hört sich immer an wie so ein, was war denn das? Dänisches Bettenlager oder so? Keine Ahnung. Sowas muss ich denken, wenn ich das höre. Achso, da muss ich so nachdenken. Hä, warum geht die Tür nicht auf? Verdammte automatische Türen.
seems like the best spot to do this. We'll need to be quiet so we don't disturb anyone. So here's what will happen during my thesis defense. After I present my thesis, the advisor sitting below will begin to ask questions. Theoretically, I should be able to answer any questions related to my thesis. However, I tend to get really nervous when my advisors look at me, and I end up completely forgetting what I plan to say. That's why I want to rehearse and practice presenting my points in front of someone.
Und ich soll dabei die Rolle des Mentors übernehmen.
That's right. You should have gotten the gist of the content of my thesis when I was explaining it earlier. So ask away. It's okay if your questions are a little off. I'll still treat them as real questions from an advisor and answer seriously.
Verstehe, also dann bist du bereit.
Wait a moment.
Alter, ich hab noch nicht mal angefangen, sie ist schon nervös.
Alright, Layla, you got this. You were able to explain everything earlier, so you can do it again.
Wieso sogar, weißt du, ich bin jetzt der imaginäre Mentor und sie flippt jetzt bei mir schon gleich aus.
Alright, ask away.
Was weißt du über die große Maschine? Was die große Maschine ist? Groben die Anwendungsbereiche der Berechnungsregeln für die 3-Bahn-Abweichung.
Sure. The direction of this research is based on the results of previous research. It's about the feasibility of applying my methodologies to the remaining triple orbit problems. Based on a sample size of 124 cases, we could only achieve approximately 60% accuracy. The results were not reliable enough to be implemented as a law. You can see the common traits of the erroneous samples on page 3. Excuse me, I mean from the star logs in the appendix. It's clear that in each of the erroneous samples, one of the stars underwent a significant shift. This means that, we not only need to limit the number of stars, but we may also need to consider the degree of shift when applying triple orbit shift algorithms. Stars with greater shifts are often key in astrology readings. The next step of the research should be... the next step should be to identify the feasible thresholds of shift for applying our calculations. And that's my answer to your question. Do you have any other questions?
Ich weiß nicht, ob ich Fragen... wenn sie recht oft verhaspelt, beantwortet leider alle Fragen ohne Probleme.
We're finally done. I'm gonna need more practice. I can feel myself getting flustered, and I start to stumble whenever I'm asked questions that I'm unfamiliar with.
Ich hoffe, ihr habt alle aufgepasst, es wird morgen abgehen, nächsten Samstag abgefragt, ja, was hier alles war. Was die Präsentation angeht, musst du ja noch ein wenig üben, aber an deiner Logik ist nichts zu bemängeln.
Oh, really? You mean it? Then this practice must be helping. During my first thesis defense, I stood like a statue on the stage and my palms were covered in sweat. I couldn't get a single word out.
Das stellt wohl nicht länger ein Problem dar, oder?
I didn't even realize it, but you're right. It doesn't seem like there's anything holding me back now. I guess that means I'm capable of completing the thesis all on my own. I can hardly believe it. This is amazing. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I'm really excited. This is the first time this has happened, really. I'm so happy.
Das steht dir zu, du bist auf niemand anders angewiesen.
I'm not sure how to put this. I'm really happy about everything that's happened, but I'm also feeling a little sad. I still don't know anything about the blessing from the stars. Will it never happen again since I don't need its help anymore? That somehow makes me feel a little lonely.
Einsam?
Yeah, it almost makes the blessing feel like it was just a tool used for my studies, no? But I would really like to discover what the blessing actually is, if I ever get the chance. I want to express my gratitude for it. Or better yet, maybe we could be friends. That's basically how I feel about it. Even if I know nothing about the blessing, I could still feel its companionship all along. It's almost like how you helped me. I really cherish and appreciate it. After all, it wouldn't be right to take such blessings for granted in our lives.
Er wird sich sicher freuen, dass du so drüber denkst.
That's good. I hope it's a little more satisfied with the way I am now.
Oh, das ist aber eigentlich auch ein schönes Bild. Eine Selbstverständlichkeit, selbstverständlich und doch unglaublich. All dies wird ihr noch lange in Erinnerung bleiben. Finde ich eigentlich auch ganz knuffig, das Bild. Und es ist schön, eigentlich ist das der beste Ausgang, finde ich, oder? Weil sie jetzt so viel mehr Selbstvertrauen, warte mal, was will ich denn hier? So viel mehr Selbstvertrauen hat. Ohne sie weiter zu beunruhigen. Achso, weil ich es komplett runtergebracht habe. Das andere war, dass sie sich entspannt und das war jetzt, dass sie halt Selbstvertrauen bekommt. Ich bin zu faul. Hä? Hä? Was? Hä? Wie komme ich denn jetzt da runter? Oder verbindet sich das da? Gibt's das? Ich bin verwirrt. Amateur-Astrologen. Das eine, dass sie entspannen können, trotzdem. Ja, das ist schon schöner, aber das ist, finde ich, besser. Und für zwei Wege zum selben Ziel. Vielleicht, wenn ich eine falsche Frage gestellt hätte, dann wäre sie wahrscheinlich ums falsche Ding. Jetzt ist die Frage, gibt er uns hier dann...
Ja.
Shazam!
Yes, this,
Ich frage mich immer noch, wie er das dahergestellt hat.
Astrology is a hobby of mine, and these
Ich kann's nicht
devices have
wegdrücken
cost
als
me
Maul.
both time, which it...
oh,
How about if you're...
Wenn du die Fragen nicht beantworten kannst, wirst du sein Vertrauen wohl nicht gewinnen können. Ah, das ist die fiese Frage.
you're starting to make me feel nervous. I'm sorry. I feel a little dizzy.
Leider alles in Ordnung. Okay, wir holen jetzt die zweite raus.
I'm okay. My mind just decided to stray elsewhere for a moment. Give me a second to gather myself. Oh, is this the celestial globe that I needed to borrow?
Wieso formuliert sie das als Frage?
Correct. I was about to test you with a few questions, but you suddenly started looking very uncomfortable.
Oh, don't worry about it. I don't sleep very well, so I tend to get a little dizzy from time to time. I'm fine now.
She seems a little different all of a sudden.
Überhaupt nicht, nein.
Oh, I see. Well then, can you briefly summarize your area of research for me?
With pleasure. I'll give you a general overview. You're probably aware that astrologists rely on the movements of the celestial bodies to calculate the past and the future. Due to the difficulty of designing an experiment and the challenges of validating theories about the past, astrological research is usually based on an immense foundation of experience. And therein lies the largest complexity. Derived and validated conclusions may vary due to subtle changes caused by the flow of time and shifts in the stars.
I've heard about this before. I believe it's known as astral shift.
One of the most classic challenges is to use 3 stars with shifting orbits to predict the overall changes that may have occurred.
Ah, are you referring to the triple orbit problem? Yes, that really is a classic problem, and a very difficult one to tackle.
I came up with a set of prediction methods that encompass more than half of the triple orbit problems. However, there are quite a few limitations and requirements. This set of methods is already being put into practice at the Ratawa by my advisor, drastically simplifying the difficulty of calculations involved in the triple orbit problem.
Yes, I've heard about that. The announcement made big waves in the astrology enthusiast community. So, you were the one who came up with that?
You mustn't judge a book by its cover, you know. The thesis I'm working on this time aims to address the remaining triple orbit problems, as well as eliminate a portion of the methodology's limitations, which will make it easier to use.
Alter, wie die Sonneneinstrahlung jetzt von oben sie komplett blass aussehen lässt, oder eher gelb schon.
I see. In that case, perhaps there's no one more fitting to operate this device than you. I just keep it as part of a collection. I can't use it to its full potential like you can.
Thank you for understanding. I'll return it in perfect working order once I'm finished with it. Okay, we should be going now. What did we plan to do after this? I kind of forgot.
Du bist nicht Lala, oder?
Huh? What makes you say that? Is there something off about me?
Dein Charakter ist anders.
Fine. Looks like I can't keep the act up any longer. I even tried to look a little panicky to emulate her behavior.
Du bist der Segen der Sterne.
I suppose that is what she's been calling me. With her long-term sleep deprivation, whenever her anxiety peaks, she loses consciousness and I take over. However, her unpredictable and variable sleep patterns are completely out of my control, so I have to make every second count. There's no one willing to help her here, so I have to step in. I am rather curious about you, though. Why are you trying to help her?
Sie hat nun endlich beschlossen, sich dem Problem mit ihrer Abhandlung zu stellen und arbeitet hart daran.
Really? That's great. You're helping with all the things that I used to do for her. Seems like you've given her a boost of confidence with your encouragement.
Und wenn man mal davon absieht, dass ich sie gerade wieder zum Zusammenbruch gebracht habe.
She's only steps away from the finish line. She's already made a lot of progress, so there's no need to push too hard now. Anyway, what's the plan from here?
Sie hat gesagt, dass sie eine Disputation üben will.
I see. Well, it wouldn't be of any help if I practiced for her, but I'll leave some notes that should come in handy. Come on, let's go back to the house of Dana to make preparations. You'll have to tell her later when she wakes up.
Azam. Zack. Achso, ja, das ist ja wieder die Tür. Da würde ich im Waffenbanner jetzt zweimal Glück gehabt und die Waffen, die ich wollte. Ja, ja, reibt's wieder rein, Alter, ey.
Okay,
Diese
I
Glücksschweinchen
should
hier.
get started on those notes. If there's anything you're curious about, you may go ahead and ask now. I can answer you as I write. I'm used to multitasking. Oh, and I have to ask a favor. When you give the notes to her later, please don't tell her about my existence.
Wieso?
Well, she's always been in a fragile state. If she knew that there was another Layla who's always taking care of everything, she might feel like everything she's ever worked for is pointless, and that could lead to some demoralizing thoughts. She's a resilient girl, but no matter how resilient she may be, no one can hold up to criticism and torment from themselves. If her condition grows any worse, it's possible that I might cease to exist as well. Then there wouldn't be anyone to help her.
Aber ihre aktuelle Verfassung ist auch nicht besonders gut.
She's getting better though, isn't she? It's apparent how hard she's working now. She's my source of knowledge. I'm merely the representation of how she would be if she were rested and healthy. I believe that she's one of the best, even in a place like the academia where geniuses come by the handful. But growth is a process and shouldn't be rushed. I will always believe in and support her.
Man könnte sagen, dass es ihr zu verdanken ist, dass sie nicht in einen Abgrund gefallen ist.
Believe me, even if she were to end up at rock bottom, she'd find a way to somehow laugh it off as one of her silly mistakes and climb her way out. That's the kind of person she is. Alright, I've written down all the possible questions that I think the advisors might ask. Next, I'll put together a few words of encouragement for her. I'm not going to sign it, obviously. Oh, and don't forget about our agreement.
Man nennt sie Laila. Erwartung des Sterns, obwohl sie sich nie treffen werden, wird sie immer an ihrer Seite gehen. Ja, das war jetzt eigentlich schon fast das langweiligste Bild. Okay, dann haben wir jetzt Laila ja eigentlich komplett durch. Ring des Herzens. Schalte alle Ausgänge frei. Jeden Fall noch das Event fertig. Was war das Event eigentlich nochmal? Stimmt, das mit dem Fotografieren. Katze, ja. Ich hoffe, man hört das Schnurren nicht so arg. Nee, geht eigentlich.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
So, komm her, ihr Fliege.
Your penance is due.
Remember, health comes first.
Alter, ich habe halt keinen Charakter, den ich normalerweise benutze, Alter. Die sind doch alle kacke.
Your journey ends here.
Nein, eure Journey endet hier, weil ich euch jetzt fotografieren werde. Jetzt wollte ich gerade sagen, die sind nicht verreckt. Was ist hier los? Das Event geht, glaube ich, noch bis morgen. Ich glaube, einen Tag 6 Stunden war vorher noch drin gestanden.
Judgment is upon
Alter!
Ring cutter.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Care for it.
Ich habe sie nicht mal aussprechen lassen. Treffe ich die hinten eigentlich? Ja.
Seems like an emergency.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me...
Nowhere to run. Through me, justice is served.
Okay, mit Elementardingern geht es viel besser. Wie sie jetzt mal gucken, your journey ends here und dann sterben sie in der ersten Sekunde. Wie sie immer dieselben Viecher herhauen.
Taking a turn for the better.
Brain cutter.
Judgment is upon you. Guilty. Their penance is due. Guilty.
Aber wir sind jetzt eh gleich fertig. Ja, einmal noch fotografieren. Cheese, Bitches. Herausforderung beenden. So, und noch eins. Hä? Habe ich das nicht gerade gemacht gehabt? Ach so, okay, ich muss alles eingesammelt haben, deswegen. So harmlos, jetzt schlimmere Streamer. Ja, ich benutze halt die Standardsachen. Ich meine, als ob nicht irgendwelche Jugendlichen schon mit 10 die ersten Schimpfwörter können und mit 5. Oder die ersten Wörter schon Schimpfwörter sind wie Scheiße. Ich kann wissen, was meine Katze jetzt hinter mir eigentlich vorhat. Außer, dass ich Katzenhaare immer mehr in der Nase habe.
Press the advantage! Moment of birth! Who wants some of this? Attaboy! Witness my great undertaking! Come into being! Charge! Rally! Oh, coming through!
Oh, ich habe schon 3 von den Dingern. Hä, warum sterben die so schnell? Irgendwas reißt die jedes Mal mit in den Tod. Ne, da bin ich hier oben, Alter. Achso, ja, wie ich am Ding. Oh, das Team haut aber eigentlich ziemlich rein. Ich meine, du musst bloß einfach alles nacheinander reinhauen.
Can't catch me. Attaboy! Rally! Feel this ancient power.
Dissipate.
There! Oh, coming through!
Das erste Mal, dass ich mein Teezeug kaum benutze. Ah, die sind nicht ganz da, ne? Oh, hä?
It's my lucky day.
Die Dinge durch Goros Attacke kriegen sie noch mehr Schaden.
Showtime! Bam! Can't catch me.
So, die anderen frecken immer noch gleich zu das andere Zeug. Aber wie viel Schaden macht denn das Ding?
Let's get down to business. Let's roll. Coming to be. Witness the great charge. Rally.
Neuer Rekord. Das war die höchste Punktzahl, was ich bisher gemacht habe. Alter, das war mit denen halt jetzt wirklich die höchste Punktzahl, was ich geschafft habe. Okay, auch ein lustiges Ding. Zu meiner Zeit gab es sowas nicht. Zu meiner Zeit musste man noch rausgehen. War auch schön.
Flicker.
Stand with me! Lightning Sheriff!
A process of elimination.
Shadow Raven! Let night fall! Out of my way!
Here you are. Deflect.
Oz reveal the Lightning Sheriff!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Scatter.
No and now!
Müsste eigentlich reichen, ja.
Finally, some target
I see everything!
Flicker. A process of elimination.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day!
Raise a
Out
storm!
of my way!
Where do you think
I
you're
summon!
How bold.
Alter, was ist denn das? Guck, der scheiß Vogel her.
Looking for a fuck.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
You're...
Zack.
Dost thou wish to witness my true power?
Finally, some target practice.
Dissipate!
Here you are. Scatter.
Achso, das sind die Bogenschützen.
Lightning terrified!
Raise a storm! Wings and raise a storm!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Where do you think you're going?
A process of elimination.
Zack, weg mit der Bagage. Ah, der eine ist nicht noch ganz raus. Ich soll es nicht immer so früh machen. Aber es macht trotzdem alle kalt. Und nächste Runde weg.
By royal decree,
Finally, some target practice.
make yourselves a home!
Diffract.
Alter, was ist denn das soll? So. Alter, mit den letzten habe ich echt viel mehr gemacht wie mit den anderen. Ich habe mit der Bettdecke und mit der Taschenlampe heimlich gelesen. Das ist halt in der heutigen Zeit gut, wenn du ein Kindle oder so hast. Da kannst du echt gut drauf lesen, egal ob es dunkel ist oder hell oder sonst irgendwas. So, dann haben wir ja das jetzt eigentlich auch. Hat auch bloß nur 13 Minuten gedauert, das hätte ich eigentlich an die andere Folge mit ranschneiden können. Was sollte ich vielleicht machen? Ha, Katze.